All right, today we are going to talk about the 5 best first-person shooters of 2016. There were a lot of really excellent shooters that were released this year, so this is not an easy list to make, and there is, plenty of good reasons to list this in a different order, and much of it will boil down to personal taste, what you enjoy out of a first-person shooter. So this is my personal take on the 5 best shooters. We're going to start in reverse order. Number 5, I am giving to Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is probably one of the best Call of Duties that's been released in the last few years, with a strong campaign and a decent multiplayer. I think the reason that this didn't rank a little bit higher is because the multiplayer just doesn't do enough to sort of set itself apart from the pack. Basically, if you played Black Ops 3, you've played Infinite Warfare as far as multiplayer goes. So there's not a huge reason to, jump from Black Ops 3 to Infinite Warfare. The campaign itself, while really quite good, is still hampered by some old Call of Duty franchise tropes, and I think it needed to just spread its wings a little bit further to really truly be a great campaign. Still, highly enjoyable. I know it was a very controversial game, but I know I'm not alone when I say it is one of the best campaigns in years, and a lot of people had a lot of fun with that. It didn't hurt that it came with a remastered version of Modern Warfare, which is a fantastic game, and it's a great, really top-notch remaster as well. Moving on, number 4, Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 is just a stunningly, jaw-droppingly gorgeous game, and it has a very capable sort of campaign. It's really more of a series of vignettes. You get to play a lot of different sort of locations across World War One, the deserts of North Africa to the mountains of Italy and the forests of Germany, and just all these different locations. Then the multiplayer takes place in similar maps and is, again, just a fantastic large-scale war. They do a good job bringing in some old arsenal, although it's somewhat embellished, I think. But really, you do feel like you're in a sort of cartoon version of World War One. This is definitely not a World War One sim, but it's a very capable shooter and it's a lot of fun. Number 3, I'm going to give number 3 to Doom. I guess you could say Doom 4, but this was released just as Doom by Bethesda. And Doom is, I think it has multiplayer and single player, but I played mostly the single player. And it's just a boisterous, fun, engaging campaign. Just excellent, gory gameplay, wonderful level design. Really, just a joy from start to finish. I guess I'm giving it number 3 just because number 1 and number 2 are so good. But Doom could easily be, and I wouldn't begrudge anyone saying that it's their favorite shooter of the year. It's a fantastic title and deserves every bit of praise it's gotten. Number 2, I'm giving to Titanfall 2. This style of gameplay is just more what I'm looking for than Doom, I guess. The campaign was absolutely terrific from start to finish. It was, lighthearted but emotionally poignant. It has extraordinarily good platforming. Really just like godlike combat where you're just sailing past enemies, and you get to play in a mech and on the ground or wall running or whatever. Then the multiplayer is similarly excellent. Just a fantastic Twitch shooter meets mech battles meets these just epic scale battles. It's kind of like the combination of all the right things that Call of Duty does, but mixed with other genres like the mecha genre. So Titanfall 2, I would say leagues better than the first Titanfall, with just a spectacular campaign and a fantastic multiplayer. It's almost a shame that the game was released when it was, because I think it really hurt sales. And Titanfall 2, released at the right time, could have just been a major hit. But all the oxygen was sucked out of the room, and I think it's really suffered consequences for that. So I hope that EA keeps pushing Titanfall 2 and getting it into more people's hands because it is just a really tremendous game. Topping the list, and I think this might be a little controversial, but I'm going to say Overwatch. This goes against the grain of what I would normally do because I'm such a single player gamer. I normally would rank something like Doom or Titanfall 2 over a multiplayer only game. However, I just can't deny the quality and the mastery of this game. Blizzard did just about everything right, and Overwatch is probably the most fun I've had with any game this year, any shooter, but any game at all. I certainly there isn't that sense of like wonder that you get finishing like the Titanfall 2 campaign, but you get just one of the best, most solid, engaging multiplayer shooters on the market. I mean, it's basically the evolution of Team Fortress 2, but with just wonderful characters, great maps, great game modes, and just anytime you want to get on and have some fun, Overwatch is there, and it's always fun, and it's good for any skill level. Very casual players can get on and still have fun. There's enough types of heroes that you can play a support character, or you can play, a tank character or an assault character, and you can find whatever fits your play style, and you can have fun with it. Very similar to Team Fortress, Titanfall 2's ability to draw in casuals. I think Overwatch does it even better, and it's just and then for expert players, it's also fun. And then all the new content that's been added to that game since its launch earlier this year just makes it even better. So, Overwatch, best shooter of the year, followed closely by Titanfall 2 and Doom. Battlefield 1, also excellent. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare rounding out the pack in 5th place. A solid Call of Duty game, just not quite up to the competition this year. So those are the top 5 shooters. Please let me know what your top 5 would be. What's your favorite shooter of the year? And, do we agree? Do we disagree? Why not? So thanks for watching.